What up, beautiful babies? It's 2024. It's a brand new season for fantasy football. Y'all ready? We ready? Who's trying to win a championship this year? We got 12 teams. Are all 12 teams trying to win? I don't know. I think some are still trying not to lose, and that's okay. But for those of us that are trying to win, let's get after it. Also, just want to say real quick, fuck Jason. You thought I was gonna do a video? Shit. Um, I'm gonna post the pick'ems in the league. Uh, I'll hit enter right now. There you go. There's the picks, and then we'll go over them. Before we do that, let's take a quick look at the rankings. This is brought to you by the app that I pay money for. So this app is broken because it has Jason in the one spot. I don't even think Jason's ever made the playoffs, so we'll see how that holds up. Jason in the one spot, Trent in the two spot. Your reigning second place finisher. Lando in the three spot, Scott in the four, Dan five, six is Fat, less Fat. Seven Brent, eight Frank, nine Jordan, 10 Alex, 11 JT, 12 Marshall. I didn't put you there because you're playing me. It's the app. It's the app. After a few weeks, we get some film on tape. I will give you. I'll give you some real rankings, but this is what we got right now. We're gonna try to get through these kind of quick here. So the first matchup of the week. I've got one of my legacies here. So all that stuff you hear in the background, that's what that is. Uh, First matchup of the week, myself versus Marshall. Uh, projections, but Marshall's projected to win 128 to 121. He's got, this thing shows where you have the advantage now. That's kind of cool. So he's starting Aaron Rodgers versus the Niners, Saquon Barkley versus the Packers, Kyron Williams versus Detroit, Nico Collins versus Indianapolis, Zay Flowers versus the Chiefs. That's tonight. Kyle Pitts, maybe, I don't know. He said something about a hammy playing Pittsburgh. Devin Singletary in the flex versus the Vikings. Bengals defense and who cares kicker. Uh, on my side, we got Kyler Murray playing the Bills. We got both Dolphins, Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane versus the Jaguars. Unless I flip a coin again and it tells me to start Jerome Ford. Jalen Waddle versus the Jaguars. A lot of Dolphins. We riding on the fins. Cooper Kupp versus the Lions. Dalton Kincaid versus the Cardinals. Garrett Wilson versus the Niners. I believe that's the Monday night game, so we'll have some Monday implications. Seahawks D versus Denver, and then whatever on the kicker. You know what? I am giving the edge here to Marshall. On the advantage screen, it says he's got the top two running backs and the top two wide receivers. So, it's going to be competitive, I think, I hope. And looks like we got a lot of good matchups. But we're giving the edge there to Mr. Marshall. Second matchup of the week, we've got Fat versus Jason. I told him he needed to keep it down, and he got louder. That's what kids do. Just in case you ever wonder if you should have kids or something. If you want to create a little person that's going to do exact opposite of what you say at all times, go for it. Fat Royale is projected to lose 129 to 133 to Jason, our number one in the rankings. And if we look at the teams, Fat's got Joe Burrow versus the Patriots, Brees Hall versus the Niners, Ramondre Stevenson at the Bengals, Michael Pittman Jr. versus Houston, Christian Kirk at Miami, Mark Andrews at the Chiefs, Devontae Adams at the Chargers, and Steelers D versus Atlanta. Jason's side, we got rookie glossy Caleb Williams. We got Bijan Robinson at Pittsburgh, Caleb Williams at the Titans, James Cook versus Arizona, Drake London versus Pittsburgh, DK Metcalf versus Denver, David Njoku versus Dallas, Jameer Gibbs versus the Rams, and then he's got the Chiefs defense tonight versus the Ravens. Not sure how I feel about that defense, but I'm gonna pick Jason. I think he's got the edge on running backs, and I think he's got the edge on wide receivers too. You know, I think Fat's got the edge at quarterback and tight end. Uh, that's about pretty much what I'm seeing there. So I'm going to pick Jason to win, and as a courtesy to him, since he was our number one seed, well, number one ranking for now, he's going to get the lock of the week. Congratulations, Jason. I'm sure you will not blow this. Next matchup of the week, we got Dan the Man versus hanging with my homie, Scott Robinson. Projections are 124 to 134 in favor of Scott. Scott's got Patrick Mahomes at the Ravens tonight, Christian McCaffrey at the Jets, Josh Jacobs at the Eagles, Stephon Diggs at the Colts, Brandon Ayuk at the Jets, George Kittle, I should say versus the Jets, they're at home. Keenan Allen versus Tennessee, Bears defense versus Tennessee. On Dan's side, he's got Dak Prescott at Cleveland, Chuba Hubbard at New Orleans, Javonte Williams at Seattle, Rashee Rice tonight versus Baltimore, Marvin Harrison Jr. at Buffalo, Evan Ingram at Miami, CeeDee Lamb in the flex at Cleveland. I think Dan's got a very strong wide receiver group, maybe the best wide receiver group in the league. And I do like a lot of his other pieces, but I am going with Scott in this matchup. I just, you know, I like it. I don't know, just like it, and you know, I think Scott's got a pretty well balanced team, and I see a lot of great things in Scott's future this year. So I'm gonna give Scott the edge there, and move on to the next matchup. That's all we got. Shit, you know, it's week one. We're still a little rusty. We figuring shit out again. Next matchup, we got Jordan, still the bed pooper too, versus Brent, handing off my chub. Nice thing. Brent is favored to win 136 to 135, pretty close there. He's got Lamar Jackson tonight versus the Chiefs, Alvin Kamara versus Carolina, Najee Harris at Atlanta, Tyreek Hill versus the Jaguars, Deebo Samuel versus the Jets, Brock Bowers at the Chargers, almost at the Clippers, Zamir White also at the Chargers, and Vikings D versus at the Giants, Jordan, Mr. VP, Junior Vice President, CJ Stroud at the Colts, Isaiah Pacheco at the versus the Ravens, Rashad White versus the Commanders, Monroe St. Brown, Sun God, love him, miss him, love you so much, versus the Rams, DJ Moore versus the Titans, Jake Ferguson at Cleveland, Aaron Jones in the flex at New York, G-Men, and Dolphins defense versus the Jaguars. Very close matchup. I am going to lean here with Brent. You know, I think Lamar Jackson's going to have just one of them crazy nights tonight, you know, and I think he's pretty well balanced there. I mean, Tyreek versus Monroe is pretty even matchup there, but you know, hell, Debo versus DJ is pretty tight too. But I do lean in favor of Brent. Don't ask me why. That's what we're going with. Brent over Jordan. Let's get to the next matchup here. Gimme Hawk Tua till it hurts. Very nice play of words. JT versus Frank Chase for a chip. Jamar Chase playing week one. Maybe. Probably. Possibly. JT is projected to win 130 to 127. I am seeing Jalen Hurts versus Green Bay on JT's side. Joe Mixon at the Colts. Brian Robinson Jr. at the Bucks. AJ Brown versus Green Bay. George Pickens versus at the Falcons. Travis Kelce versus Baltimore. Tony Pollard at Chicago. Cowboys D at Cleveland. And on Frank's side, he's starting Matt Stafford. They're playing Detroit at Detroit. Revenge game. Travis Etienne at the Dolphins. Kenneth Walker, the third, versus Denver. Probably the only guy in the draft that I was really hoping to get. And was a little hurt when I didn't get him, but I'm glad I went to a good guy, so I can live with that. Jamar Chase to New England, versus New England, should say, if he plays. Jan, I will say if Jamar Chase does not play this game, this will change my rankings. But prediction, I should say. But Tank Dell's playing the Colts at the Colts, and so's his tight end buddy Dalton Schultz at the Colts, flexing James Conner at the Bills with the Niners D. He's giving that Niner D out tonight versus the Jets. JT's favored to win by a few points, but you know something's telling me that I like the running back matchups that Frank has. Jamar Chase is in this game. Could get ugly. And then Matt Stafford playing the Lions. Revenge game. Who's going to throw 5 touchdowns? All to Cooper Kupp. I'm giving this to Frank. Frank the Tank. Let's see it. All right. Last matchup of the week. We got that thing John Madden said. Mr. Trent Carter. Worked for him last year. Second place. I don't remember who he lost to, but hell of a season. Hell of a season. He's playing Slaporta baseman, Alex. Your brother had to tell me what that meant, and then I watched the video. Now I get it. Now I like it. But Trent is favored to win 132 to 130. Trent's rolling with Josh Allen. I think he was QB1 last year. I think he was the highest scoring player in fantasy last year. We'll see if he repeats. He's playing versus the Cardinals. DeAndre Swift versus the Titans. Jalen Warren at Atlanta. Justin Jefferson at the Giants. Puka Nacua at the Lions. Trey McBride at the Bills. Chris Olave versus the Panthers. Saints D versus the Panthers. Alex, we got some spice. He's got Anthony Richardson. Mr. has played 17 games since high school. Anthony Richardson versus the Texans. He's got his backfield running mate Jonathan Taylor versus, you guessed it, the Texans. He's got old man Derrick Henry, King Henry at the Chiefs. Mike Evans versus Washington. Xavier Worthy versus Baltimore. We got Sam Laporta, love that guy, versus the Rams. And he's flexing David Montgomery also versus the Rams with the Browns defense going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Close matchup. This little comparison thing gives the edge to Trent in a lot of these matchups. However, something's telling me it's Laporta base, man. He's got something in his sleeve. So not only am I picking Alex, he is the crying cat face upset of the week. So I'm rolling with Alex, upset of the week. We're rolling with Jason, lock of the week. That's it. That's all we got on this video today. If I had some time, maybe this weekend, maybe I'll do a little ranking or, a little draft breakdown. Maybe if the video if we get 5 views, I'll do a rankings video of the draft as far as best pick, worst pick. If that's what the people want. We don't care what Jason says. We don't care. Man, that was a record. We did that pretty quick. Honestly. Way to go. Way to go me. Way to go me. Also, just want to say, as your champion, I love you guys. And we going back to back. We're going back to back. I'm coming for you. Love you guys. Madden curse. Let's get it. Fuck, do I hit stop on this shit? It's fucking rusty, but I need a preseason for this shit. Should have practiced.